A feel-good breakfast show, indeed. This is Espresso. Hey, thanks for choosing us as we are halfway through the week. Now, we understand this special bond between you and your pet. In fact, so much so that there's nutrition out there to make sure that that relationship stays good and healthy. In fact, here's one way of making sure that their health stays in check.
Now, each and every one of the people working at Hills understands that special bond that exists between you and your pet, which is why they work so hard at providing you with the best nutritional care available to ensure that relationships stay good and healthy and as lengthy as possible. Now, we've got Dr. Drew Forrester, Director of Global Scientific Affairs at Hills Pet Nutrition, in studio to give us a bit more insight into the innovative ways that the brand keeps evolving to our pets and, I think, our needs as well. Dr. Drew, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
I don't know why you have this effect on our pups here, but clearly they understand the gravity of the work that you're doing. What are some of the things, and I know you are very proud of the work that you guys are doing, how do you guys meet these very specific needs? Talk to me about innovation.
Absolutely. So one of the first things we do is we gather insights from the veterinary community as well as from pet parents to find out what their needs are. There are lots of diseases that can be managed exclusively with nutrition, and so those are the ones that we tend to focus on, and that allows us to then do a lot of behind-the-scenes work to put together a phenomenal product that can help manage many common diseases in dogs and cats.
Why is it so important for you to work with this incredible brains trust that you guys do?
Well, I think when you have such a wonderful, rich resource of scientists, nutritionists, veterinarians, you can have a much better end result. It gets ideas from all different types of ways people think, and it allows us to be extremely innovative and creative and to create foods that just have a tremendous benefit on the quality and length of life for dogs and cats.
And I love the fact that each individual pet and owner gets to benefit from this massive collective footprint that you guys have created.
Absolutely.
So maybe to the pet owners out there, the uninitiated, what are some of the common afflictions that you guys have focused on with your nutrition?
So the one that first comes to mind for me is one that was created over 70 years ago, and it was a food that was specially designed for treating chronic kidney disease in dogs. It's an extremely common condition. We see it in both dogs and cats. And to this day, it is still the only treatment that's been shown to prolong lifespan and quality of life in both dogs and cats with chronic kidney disease. And that's KD, prescription diet KD is the name of that product.
We know also obesity is a massive focus for you guys as well.
Absolutely, yes. Obesity is extremely common in dogs and cats. Many times they'll have concurrent conditions like arthritis and also lower urinary tract signs, and we do make a very brand new food, the only in the world that's been created to solve that common problem in dogs and cats with Metabolic Plus.
Now, so many of the treatments that you guys offer through your nutrition and the answers to these big conundrums seem to overlap with our human kind of needs. When you look at the holistic approach, that balanced lifestyle, these are very human things, but they seem to translate to our pets as well.
They do. We get lots of ideas from the human profession, and from humans, we're actually in some ways ahead of them because we tend to leverage nutrition better perhaps than our human counterparts. But one example would be Alzheimer's disease, which I think many of us maybe are familiar with, and the effect that has. Dogs also, as they age, can have a very similar condition. And in 2000, actually, it was over 15 years ago, we launched a food called BD Canine, which has been shown to help dogs with onset of dementia like you see in people. It's very rich in antioxidants, and so there's a parallel there with a condition that we see in people as well as in dogs.
Would you say that your responsibility is to the pet or the pet owner?
Well, it's to both. At first, it's to the pet, so if you can affect the quality of life and health for the pet, then you have directly benefited the pet parent as well. So we think it goes for both.
Oh, I love that. Every time you use that term, pet parent, it hits home with me because I am a pet parent. And I can proudly endorse what you guys do. The proof is in the pudding, and my cat, who is now turning 17 years old, is living proof of how well that balanced nutrition works. So thank you so much. But we know that they are one of our first priorities when we wake up in the morning. That responsibility of looking after your pet and ensuring that they have a long, happy and healthy life is on your shoulders. But the answers, the innovation is there for all of us to use.
Introducing new Hills Prescription Diet Metabolic Plus Mobility for dogs and urinary for cats, the world's first nutritional solution for treating concurrent conditions.